1 2 1 2. So Eazi's on both. You know what I mean? Live on the GoPro and live on Instagram. But what Eazi's gonna do now is talk about certain systems, yeah? I got my notepad as well, just in case I need that help, you know. So okay, this conversation, yeah, let me get prepared, because this conversation is going to be crazy, yeah. And I wasn't, this ain't planned, yeah. So this is like a freestyle convo that's going to build up into a proper discussion, yeah. So salute to all the people that's gonna join into this convo, because this convo is gonna be deep, yeah. So yeah, I don't want to tell you the end result of this topic, but it's gonna be deep, you know, and then people can join. Yeah. So salute. And then have I added join, hold, was it hold on, telling viewers to join, hold. Yeah. All right, so let me get started.
Oh.
Yo,
Hey,
what's going on?
nothing much. What's going on with you? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm just here piecing up. I just, you know, I kind of strung it on you, and I strung it well, me and Malachi, you know Malachi? Oh, Malik, sorry, Malik. You know Malik
Yeah,
from,
yeah.
he just messaged me this a minute ago, and he was like, we need to build, yeah? And I'm just like,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what can we build about, you know, because I know that your team is on certain, everyone's on their different lanes, basically. So I'm just thinking, what's a topic that we can all join in, you know, and have a build about, and have a little bit of an insight or information about a topic. And I think when it comes to consciousness, I think everyone's got a different perspective, and everyone's got their different understanding, yeah. So I thought let me jump on that. And I respect your scholarship, you know. I respect Malik and his team Osiris, and definitely salute to Ngozi, you know. But before, if you're not too busy, before I start, I need to introduce you, yeah, or you introduce yourself, because it's your first time on my platform. I must say before you do that is welcome to Eazi Herb's platform, you know. And like I started off by saying, I respect your scholarship, I respect what you do, you know. I respect that you're seeking for the truth, and then you do your thorough methodology to find the truth, you know. What's the name shall I call you? You like to be referred by?
Oh, you call me Tiffany.
Yeah, so Tiffany, she's from America, as you can hear by accent, you know.
Yeah.
And salute to her, because where we linked up on Facebook, I've been watching her YouTube channel and watching what she puts out, and her messages that she puts out, and her sources that she puts out to give information to my platform, or on Facebook for the people, not just my platform, for the people. And I respect it, you know. She source up her information, and especially how she speaks and how she read her content and her sources is definitely due the utmost respect, you know. That's from Eazi, yeah. So yeah, and this is how I met her, and then she's been supporting the Eazi Herb, you know. Every video that most of the videos that I do, she definitely pushes it out on her Facebook. So salute to Tiffany all day. I have the utmost respect. You know, you're the first lady on my channel as well to speak on my platform, you know. So, and I want to pick a topic that everyone's comfortable of speaking upon, you know. So that's why I decided the topic about consciousness, yeah. So I want you to introduce yourself, and what's your how you created your channel, and big up your channel, and big up everything that your platform on my channel, you know. So people can, you know, go onto your platform and check you out.
Okay. So, my name is Tiffany. Um, Tiffany French, and I'm from America. Well, I'm here from the South. You know, I grew up in Georgia, but I was born in Ohio originally. But I grew up down here in Georgia, so I'm down in the southern part of the United States. Um, yeah. So, how did I get to the path of where I'm at? I've been on and off studying for like so many years. I would say like I've been studying this kind of stuff for like 12 to 13 years. Um, so yeah, I've been through like I have interacted with people from different schools of thoughts, and I have studied. I was into the Hebrew Israelite culture at one point in time. I was into Islam. Um, I was brought up on Christianity too. So and plus I'm studying like different forms of knowledge. I like to get into study about consciousness, um, agnosticism, pantheism. I like to study about quantum physics, anthropology, and I got a new field study that I like, which is astrobiology. Um, yeah, so that's what I'm into. I'm into astrobiology and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one man. And also history, it's particularly African American and African history. So what got me on the path? I mean, what got me started on my YouTube channel is because I just wanted to be able to share information with people, and started because of the fact that I was going back and forth on my Facebook page, typing back and forth, debating with folks and everything about like various type of subjects. So I said, well, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to create a YouTube channel, and I'm going to share information on there because it's a lot easier for me. You know what I'm saying? And I was going to, and I intend to want to do like debate channel, like, have like my own little debate league or whatever. But that didn't turn out to be. So just for right now, I'm just, maybe later on, that's going to be something that's going to take place. But for right now, I'm just, doing my little YouTube thing, just sharing information and whatnot, because I figure that, people need to be able to access information for themselves and find out, the facts. I mean, you're not going to know every single thing, but it's very important, especially when it comes to our history as Black folk, not just in America, but throughout the diaspora. You know what I mean? So I think that it's very important for our people to actually like take the time out to like really study the information, and get access to it and whatnot. So I just wanted to that's my motivation behind it. And I just do it from the heart. I do it because, I want to do that. I want to be able to say, hey, you guys, here it is. You can access stuff. You can look stuff up now. It's not like back in the old days that you can't go find nothing. You know what I mean? So the whole purpose is to be able to gain knowledge for myself and be able to share what I know with others. And they can share with whoever they want to share with.
Definitely. Nah, that's what it is, like-minded people come together with the same, cause that's what Eazi does it, I don't do it for any type of, ego behind, no personal stuff. It's just about helping others, help the community, cause I've gone through a lane of doing a lot of chaos, and I felt that, after transitioning, learning, upgrading, it's just time to just give back, so everything I do, I just want to just feed the information, especially if you live by it, and if you learn, especially when it comes to African history. That's a beautiful thing, because what the slavery and all that other stuff has done to our people, like shut us from our ancestry inheritance, so it's time to claim it back. It's time to claim it back, and it's time to put a little twist in it, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of concepts and theories or whatever that predates us, you know, and we can learn from them. But it's time to just upgrade just put a little hip to it now. It's 2022 now, things are going to be different. So new information is going to be upgraded. And then that's what we have to do, you know, because we have to bring it back. We have to bring it back, but we have to just make it relevant for today, you know. So this is what I see. This is what I see a lot of people that are putting out all the information that the lost history that was taken and stolen away from us. We're bringing it back, and then we're putting a little twist to it, and then making it relevant for 2022.
Yeah, we got to. You know what I'm saying? We got to, because you know, we in the age of technology. So by us being in the age of technology, information must be upgraded as much as possible.
That's facts.
So, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to upgrade information. And it's nothing wrong with going through the process of rudimentary knowledge. I mean, because we all been through that era before, you know, with our rudimentary. But you got to be able to advance from that basic level of knowledge to, you know, and expand it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to keep up. And I think, and I am a big advocate of the STEM. I'm a big advocate of that, you know what I'm saying? Black people getting involved into the STEM program. Because we really need, like, you know, we really need to know what's going on, especially when it comes to the health system. We need to be a part of that. You know, especially by us being in COVID. We need to, like, know about these things and stuff like that instead of believing in some type of conspiracy theories and all of that. So, yes, if we had more and more our people that's involved in the STEM program, I think that we'll become more enlightened about a lot of things. But it's not enough of us that's involved in it because of, you know, because of the discriminatory practices taking place. And it's not like a lot of our people that's very interested into those kind of fields. So, and then I try to put up videos of those who are already in there, like those who are anthropologists, biologists. It's where I try to put up videos about them, or try to get as much information as I can to share it with people.
Definitely, we have to make it fashionable, because that's what the thing is, you know. With our culture, it has to be more than, you know, it has to be you know, eye bling, you know, because we come from a culture of like colors, you know, fashion and everything. So we all definitely jump on that. I think we just need to make it more attractive to our youth, because that's what we're trying to bring in, really, you know, because that's what Eazi's here, trying to just get in. And then I'm sure that your information is out there for the youth to try to inspire them to be more in the field of STEM, like we said, the STEM field, and even up to biology and etc., you know, and, you know, anthropology and all the history studies and all that, because the people that's doing these findings of our history is not people like us, you know. So they're gonna have their agendas and their narrative that they're gonna pop on, you know, and then they're gonna put their twist in it just to make themselves, maybe, or, you know, their people at the top, you know. So we do need to encourage our youth to get into these type of fields, because there's money in it as well, you know, because our youth is like, you know, we want to know where the money is. And then, you know, and most of the money that is put out to them is either being in rap videos, you know, or drug life, gang life, you know, and that's what's commercialized for them. That's what their mind is in, what's in front of them. But we do need to create these platforms like mine and yours, and then make it more fashionable for the youth to be looking at. I think, yeah, like, I want to be like, you know, Tiffany. I want to be like Eazi. Like, I want to get into herbs. I want to get into biology. I want to get into science. I want to start looking at the microbiome through microscopes, and I want to take tests. I want to take your DNA strand, so we can look at what dietary regimen that you need to have, you know, to cater for your muscle and your biology, you know. So I think we, you know, and then, like you said, information time right now, you know, we can just make it fashionable for the youth to look into, you know, and everything. And it goes deep, and it goes in even up to what we, you know, a lot of Black Power movements, you know, or constructive, active community movement that's out on the streets, that's doing these hard works. Because there's a lot of stuff that's, you know, that's going on in this world. And, you know, we need to speak about it. you know. So, and we need to be involved in it, you know, because we are all, you know, we're all part of one, you know. So salute, definitely. Okay, I definitely want to start off this convo. And well, I'm gonna give you my perspective, because you know what it is, yeah. I'm gonna be truthful, yeah. With this consciousness, yeah, you know, salute to Malik, salute even up to Ngozi. I reckon, because you know what it is, yeah. I'm gonna be the black sheep in this, yeah. And my other brother, Match Fit, you know, that's gonna soon, because this is the part 1. Yeah, it's gonna be a big conversation. It might even be part 2, part 3, part 4. But the main people I want to have in this conversation, yeah, is you yourself, Malik, hopefully, and my brother, Match Fit, yeah. Because I just want to, I'm gonna hear your understanding of consciousness when you build, but I'm gonna give you my concept. And my concept is not the fact that any other person's concept is wrong. It's more of that when it comes to consciousness, we both probably would agree that it's very hard to prove, you know. And this is like, I wouldn't say it's a problem for me, but I would say this is where I'm gonna give you something. This is where it comes into the lane of belief, yeah. And I'm using that word like open-mindedly, yeah, because the thing is, and then I know Max Fit, he's gonna go in hard on me, because me and him go back and forth, and he's gonna try, you know, drop whatever he needs to drop to, you know, push that. But because, you know, when I deal with my biology, yeah, or my studies of what I've been pushing out on my YouTube channel and etc., I break down certain systems, yeah, certain systems like the central nervous system, the peripheral nervous system, and the sensory nervous system. Nervous system. These are all systems that helps our body detect and react and even move and function. And this is all under the realm of stimuli, you know. This is stimuli. It's electrical, chemical, and and I forgot the other term, but it's where like frequencies, yeah, like, well, the frequencies, and it's, I forgot the other term. The other term is other audio, yeah, because like if you look at the senses, we got the vision. The vision is electromagnetic field, yeah. We got the audio, which is another form of frequencies, yeah. We got the peripheral, which is stimuli. This is all touch. And then we got chemicals, yeah. Chemical receptors, yeah, which deals with chemical reactions, yeah. These are like mostly, and then you got perception. This is all like the 6 senses of the human body. And these are all systems that work via stimuli and frequencies, touch, senses, stimuli and chemical reactions. Yeah. So like basically everything is in a form of touch, yeah. The electromagnetic field travels like through light into your lens, yeah, and then it transport the information into what you call the retina, yeah, and then the neurons would convert that information back into what you call your hypothalamus. This is all contact, yeah. And then when it comes to audio, we know that audio travels in waves and enters into your eardrum. Your eardrum travels that information back to where you called your temporal lobe, yeah, which is another part of your brain. And then the brain transfers the information into what we understand now as speak or word or sound, yeah. So we got brother Match Fit. Is that no? Is that no? It's not a Match Fit, but yeah. So when we deal with those systems, especially because consciousness, when we deal with those systems in the earth field, yeah, the earth system, because if we deal with thermodynamics. We have a different system than system that's up in the universe. You know, you got the closed system and you got the open system, yeah? And then this is where matter and energy can be measured and tested. And then when it comes to the closed system, if I'm not corrected, matter can't be tested. Yeah, so now we're dealing with two different realms, yeah? But I know that in the earth realm, you can test and measure these frequencies and these stimuli. You know, all of these can be tested through scientific methodology, yeah? And my problem is that when it comes to consciousness, especially in the realm of out of this universe, no, out of this earth, sorry, it can't be measured. And this is where it's a little bit problematic for me. So I just want to understand your understanding of consciousness and what it actually does, and if you can explain it in the best way that you could, so we can have a little bit of an understanding of what we're talking about.
Okay, so now where I stand on my position of consciousness. Consciousness can be both subjective and the objective. And why do I say that? Because from subjective standpoint is how, you know, like you said, the origin, you know, is still questionable. But the reason why I say it's objective as well, because the function is there. The consciousness is there. It's there, but, you know, we don't know how to really, like, explain it or give it, like, you know, we don't know how to put it in a proper context, in a sense. So, you know, yeah, there's like still ongoing study about consciousness, but I see that consciousness as being a part of the awakening process, as part of that sensory, that part of your brain that allows you to be able to function, or that part of that brain that allows you to be able to that part of that brain that allows you to function, or that part of that brain that allows you to be able to like have some sense of awareness that's going on. Now, like, I would like to give an example. Like, you can go into anesthesia, right? And you still have some form of consciousness there. You know what I'm saying? So as you under anesthesia, okay, yeah, as you going through the process of being under the anesthesia or whatnot, you still got some form of you know, you got something that's functioning. You know, there's like some type of brain activity taking place. So I believe that there is a connection there from a biological standpoint. But again, it's just not well explained. But there's a guy named Gerald M. Edelman. Gerald M. Edelman explains the biology of consciousness very well. And I also agree with Sir Roger Penrose. Are you familiar with Sir Roger Penrose?
Nah.
He's a physicist.
Okay. Yeah.
So Sir Roger Penrose, and then there's another guy that he worked with, but this other guy was he's an anesthesiologist. Let me look his name up real fast.
That's fine.
Let me see. Roger Penrose. And the other guy named is Stuart Hameroff. So Stuart Hameroff and Roger Penrose study like if there's a correlation between consciousness and quantum physics. So their whole thing is, well, how do we find that correlation? So I pretty much agree with what their philosophy is. It's still hypothetical. It has not been really approved by the scientific community, but there got to be some type of correlation there, because again, when you go through you got to go through neuroscience to actually study that. And then on top of that, by the fact that, you know, quantum physics deal with mathematics, which deals with subatomic particles, which deals with the proton, neutron, electrons, and the quarks and all of that. I mean, there got to be, and wave function, whatnot. Again, there got to be some type of wave function in the brain activity. You know what I'm saying, when you go through anesthesia, but there will have to be somebody to actually to observe that. And quantum physics is not a very easy subject to really understand either. But So I personally believe that there is some form of correlation. So, if you study quantum physics and neuroscience, then it can give you some type of correlation to understand what consciousness is and the wave function, the brain activity and whatnot, and how that's taking place. So where I stand, once again, I believe that we do have consciousness. But the question is, how did the origin come into existence? We don't exactly know. That's something that's going to be like very complicated to explain as far as the origin is concerned. There are studies that is biological, and then there's studies about the quantum physics activity being involved in that. So that's the complicated part, is explain the origin of consciousness. But I believe that we do have some form of consciousness. I believe that the consciousness does operate in us. So that's just where I stand on my position.
Boy, that's salute. Cause I already know, cause I already know this, Bill. That's why I'm gonna be the black sheep, I'm gonna introduce my brother, Match Fit. I got my sister all the way from America, she's affiliated with a lot of top hitters over in America, Her name is Tiffany, Tiffany Match Fit.
Man can call me H though.
H, yeah. What's it better? Match Fit or H?
H. You said H.
H is easier, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a one letter thing, you know what I mean? Make everybody.
Okay then. Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sis.
Yeah, so Match Fit. So like me and Match Fit has been going back and forth, yeah, and he bangs on me hard, yeah, and teaching me a lot. You bang on me hard and you teach me a lot, yeah. So I'll salute to what you have shown, and even, so Match Fit is gonna break down his understanding of consciousness, because that's what he likes to do, and everyone's just gonna end up banging on me, and then you're gonna have to try to convince me. Everyone's gonna try to convince me that, because you know what it is. Like I said, and I started off, and I've been saying that to you, Match Fit, yeah, that I'm not crossing out consciousness, yeah, but like, when like you said, I'm going on the Western science and understanding the biology.
This is the problem.
Yeah, I know. See, so all right, break it down. I'm gonna let you go.
So, even with the sister, even with you, basically everyone, they've kind of controlled the narrative on this whole topic. Because the problem is we're taking the Western approach to understanding, period. I.e., the material. We're looking at material and we're trying to understand everything via the physical. This is the fundamental problem. We have to understand, even according to physics, this is the point I'm always trying to raise with you, even according to physics, material reality does not explain reality. And when I say material reality, I don't just mean the things that we can see, touch, taste, hear, smell within our spectrum. I mean physical reality, matter. Like the existence of matter itself, if you look at the Big Bang Theory, makes no sense. Because if you keep going back,
I thought I was the only one, but go ahead.
Yeah, if you keep going back, according to the physics, according to cause and effect, according to Newtonian physics, according to thermodynamics, according to all of these material sciences, everything's cause and effect. So everything has to come back to a root cause. So that means physical nature needs a root cause. So if you keep going back, you're going to find one root cause. Science calls it the Big Bang. What happened before that? Clearly, for things to be here, something came before that. But if material matter requires a thing to cause it to be, and there's no thing, then it doesn't make sense. What I'm saying is, according to science, according to the Western science, according to what you want to rely on, physical matter is not the be-all and end-all. Material reality doesn't make sense without something more to reality. It just doesn't make sense with it. You've got to see the nuance in what I'm saying here. I don't need a lab to prove what I'm saying here. It's just when you really contemplate reality and you see in all physics and what you always think about, you contemplate cause and effect, Newtonian physics, gravity, forces, all of this stuff. What reality is matter. Cause and effect. Again, I keep saying that because matter is what is really on a physical level based on cause and effect. Something had to happen for this to be the way it is. Everything that exists in this material sense comes via cause and effect process. So something had to make this the way things are. A thing, be that as it may. Forces, even a force, for something to move, a force has to act on it to move. Now, again, if you keep going back far enough, cause and effect, what caused that, this caused that, and what caused that, this caused that, you get the theory of the big bang, you get the initial cause. But if that's the initial cause, what caused that? You have to see it's something immaterial. Now, we've considered that. Now, that's just something to contemplate on, because again, as a human, as a physical being, it's hard to contemplate that something that doesn't exist. The immaterial, something that doesn't exist. It's hard, but that's the reality we're in. That's what I'm saying. That's how mad it is. That's the reality we're in. Now we've contemplated that reality. Now we can talk about physics and what physics has found. Like I'm always saying to you again, when we talk about the stars and all of this stuff, yeah, if you look at the science, they will show you when they look up at the stars and they see all of this stuff, they measure how much matter is in the galaxy, in the universe, or whatever that is, based on what you can perceive. That's all the light, all around, like in a galaxy, like Andromeda Galaxy, or a galaxy far away. You look at all the light, all the matter that's in that galaxy. What they can do is do calculations based on what we already know about gravity and matter and all of this type of stuff that kind of gives you how much gravity is required to hold that system to work the way that we perceive it working, i.e. the galaxy, to hold it all together so it spins balanced and doesn't just fly away and disintegrate. And what they can clearly see is that the amount of matter that exists is not enough to keep it there. This is where you get theories of dark energy, dark matter, dark flow. This is just another example. This is why I always bring up this point. This is another example where what we call material reality does not explain everything. It's just there's a big hole. The science keeps coming up with this hole.
Yeah, but what is matter? What is matter? Is it made out of substance?
All right. Now you're talking real questions. And again, to answer this, you have to go back. You have to go back to how the ancients used to think about things, how the ancient Africans used to think about things, not how the Westerners think about things. Because the reality, I'll just go to the conclusion, according to the ancient logic, matter is just what we perceive as a consequence of the vibration, the movement of what is called by them spirit, or what we can call now consciousness. It's just the movement of something else, energy. Matter is just energy. And we only perceive energy when it moves. And what does that mean? So it's just something we perceive, the movement of something else. All matter, you, me, the table, everything is just a vibration of something else. If the thing doesn't vibrate, you wouldn't perceive it. But does that mean that the thing that's vibrating isn't there? Think about what I just said there. Everything is vibrating. What we perceive as a thing, as a physical thing, is just another thing vibrating at a particular frequency. So if that same thing doesn't vibrate, you would not perceive it. Does that mean the thing is not there? Think about what I'm saying, bro. Let me get your view on what
I heard what you're saying. Yeah? I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm hearing what you're saying.
The ancients, the basis of reality was consciousness, spirit.
Yeah, but you know,
they just say the basis of reality.
But the
energy.
thing is,
but I would argue energy is just the consequence of spirit moving. They're still not getting to the basic because they avoid the idea of spirit and consciousness being fundamental. We said it was fundamental. That's the fundamental element everything is made of. And everything on top of that is just a different level of frequency that spirit is moving or consciousness is moving. Everything on top of that is just another level of spirit moving. For them, they say the fundamental element is the smallest movement of spirit, which is energy. Again, energy is just a perceivable movement of spirit. God, to our perception, was fundamental spirit without movement. Just pure potential to move in any way, but hasn't moved yet. That's the fundamental essence of everything. And everything comes from that spirit moving in one way or the other.
All right, cool. Go on, Tiffany. What do you think of what he's saying?
Okay, I want to say, to piggyback off what the brother is saying, I do agree when he said that about the Big Bang Theory, because I have questions about Big Bang Theory myself, because it's like this: if 70% of the universe, right now, 70% of the universe is what? Dark energy, correct? and only 25% of it is dark matter, and only 5% of it can be observable or normal matter, then how can we say that there's a Big Bang Theory if only 5% can be observable? So now I'm with him on that part. I got him with that part. Now, as far as consciousness about energy, I can semi-agree. I can see why he say that consciousness is energy because of the motion and movement. And I understand that he's using spirituality, but let's just separate the spiritual component of it and let's just look at consciousness as being an energy. Now, I can see that because, you're moving from one state to another. And it's kind of funny that he brought that up because there was a question that I seen on Facebook about, if we die as humans, if we die, where do our consciousness go? Does the consciousness go with us or does it go to another state? Because consciousness is energy. So when that question was brought up on Facebook, I said, and he brought this thing up about spirituality and energy, I thought that was very interesting. But the whole thing is, I think that consciousness go to another state. You know what I'm saying? If we going to argue that consciousness is energy, then go from one form to another form. You know what I'm saying? So, I think, so when we become deceased or whatnot, I think that conscious error just leave out of us and just go and transcend into another state and into another form, whatever that form may be. You know what I'm saying? But we wouldn't exactly know what's actually happening to us because we're dead. So, when you're dead, you won't have any form of feeling. You know what I'm saying? You lose all your sense. You know what I mean? So you're not going to know exactly what state you're going to. But we do know that we become decomposed. we know that we become part of the ecosystem, and we become the fossil fuel, natural gas, and all that. So once we become part of the ecosystem, and that's just it. You know what I'm saying? But we don't feel the process taking place, once we die, because again, we lose all sensory. And so once we lose all sensory, that's it. So we lose all that. But I honestly believe that consciousness go into another state, to another form, whatever that form may be.
Definitely. All right, cool. So now we understand that we brought it to the.
Can I say one thing?
Go on.
I just want to clarify. I'm saying that energy is what we describe as the movement of consciousness. I'm basing this on the original concept, how the Africans had always seen it. Consciousness is the fundamental essence. In the beginning, there was just pure consciousness, i.e. God. This is not even energy yet. Movement of consciousness, the first initial movement, this is when it becomes perceivable as a thing. This is now energy. Energy is when consciousness becomes perceivable as some sort of physical thing. It now has a frequency.
Yeah.
That's when it's become energy.
Yeah.
But the consciousness itself is just pure potential for whatever form of energy it becomes.
Okay.
So I just want to clarify.
No, definitely. So all right, cool. You know what it is, yeah? It went to the universe and the close state of thermodynamics, yeah? Let me make sure I'm correct. I just want to, it's either the closed system or open system. I just want to make sure I'm using the right one though. Open system is the universe, I'm sure. Or closed system. Let me make sure. Yeah? Because the thing is, when it comes to thermodynamic and what system we're talking about, then it would make sense of what is said, yeah? But when it comes to a closed system, those rules don't apply, and that's the problem that I had with I'm having with MatchFit. So let me just make sure that I'm using the right term. So open systems, yeah, energy get changed. Okay, like I was saying, so the Earth is open system, thermodynamics. These are laws, yeah. So laws of thermodynamics in a open system, which is on Earth, yeah. Energy and matter can be exchanged and it can be measured. Yeah? Are you hearing me, MatchFit? Yo.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So all right. So when it comes to the universe and the quantum mechanics and the consciousness and and the energy. What's that? Some ginger. Yeah. So when it comes to the closed system of laws of thermodynamics in the closed system, yeah, we understand that some of these unmaterialistic things like consciousness can't be measured, you know, and even up to matter itself. Because matter matter is made of what you were talking about, quarks, atoms, molecules, and etc. Yeah, matter. That's what it's made out of. Yeah, these are all physical things that can be tested and measured, yeah, through frequencies and whatnot. Yeah, like you were saying, how energy can be from consciousness created what you call the physical realm, which we can test, like energy, like you said. Yeah. When it comes to open system, everything. Go on.
The definition of both, please.
What?
The open system and the one that you find in Google.
Okay, so the open system, the laws of the thermodynamics in the open system is where energy and matter could be exchanged, and it can, another word, be tested and proven. Yeah. The closed system.
Please don't give me in other words. Could you please, just read out exactly.
All right, let me read it out. Let me read it out. All right, cool. Let me read that. Okay, an open system is a type of thermodynamic system where energy and matter are often exchanged with the surroundings. Yeah? A closed system, yeah, is a type of thermodynamic system where only energy that can be exchanged with the surroundings but not matter. Yeah? Not matter.
Okay, so what we have is two versions of energy exchange. One system where matter and energy is exchanged, and another system where only energy is exchanged. But we have both agreed that energy is just another level of matter. Energy.
Who both agreed? I never agreed to that. When did I agree to that?
You know this is true. Light is a frequency. It's
okay,
a form of energy.
Yeah.
Table is just a denser frequency, slow moving. It's just another form of energy. We know this.
Okay.
Right? So this is all you're talking about here. It's still transferring just different levels of energy. It's not to say it's not what I'm talking about.
So you're talking about potential and kinetic energy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Kinetic.
No.
These are type of energies that can be. These are type of energies that can be. Pardon?
It's not the same comparison when you talk about material realm and immaterial realm as when you're talking about a system that allows matter to transfer and a system that only allows energy to transfer. It's not the same comparison is what I'm getting at. It's still based in the material realm fully.
Okay.
Thermodynamics is a physical science.
Yeah.
So naturally based in the realm.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, in an open system, things like energy and matter can be tested. Yeah. When it comes to the closed system, which is the universe, and things can't be exchanged, this is where matter is a little bit problematic. Yeah. And then things can be tested to a certain extent. They know what's going on in an open system, which is on Earth. They know how they can measure energy in form of kinetic. Well, you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? They know how matter works, because matter is a form of atoms, yeah, subatomic particle, and etc. So they know how these things work in a open system of thermodynamics. That's what I'm saying.
All right, let me ask a question here. Do you think consciousness can be operate in a potential state or in a kinetic state, or both?
Is that to me?
To any of you.
Well, I'll say potential. I'll say potential.
Yeah, I would say this is the nature. This is duality. This is what I really want to get. This the whole thing. It comes down to duality. So it's both. The God state is the potential state, which means all is doable, all is possible, and the individual, what you was talking about, when I die, where does my conscious go? It's almost like I'm the kinetic state. I'm the manifestation of a particular piece of that God consciousness in a particular experience with a particular point of view and a particular perception. So I'm a particular wave, a particular frequency of that God pure potential. Do you follow? And then when I die, it's not to say I'm going to change into something else. is to say that that frequency existed, and it's like now, yeah, we're not hearing a sound. There's a certain wave frequency, I don't know, call it 35,000 hertz. We're not hearing it, but does that frequency exist?
Yeah.
Of course, even though we're not hearing it, we're not playing it. It's just for somebody to play it and you'll hear it.
Yeah, but the thing is, the system don't work like that. If you understand how on frequencies and how you perceive frequencies, it's a translation of what's going on with your neurons in your brain. Yeah, your temporary lobe. So that's what I'm saying, is you're hearing it as sound, but this is not how it works. Your brain is translating the frequency into what you know as words and sounds.
I agree, but there's still the 35,000 hertz still exists as 35,000.
Yeah, of course. No, I agree with that.
It's different. So me, Henry, H, Matchfit, whatever you want to call me, I want to call me, I'm a particular frequency.
Okay.
My conscious state is a particular frequency. And when I'm dead, just because you can't perceive that particular, it's no longer right now influence you, does it still exist? Yes, it does. It just has to manifest in reality for you to perceive it. I'm the manifestation of it in this physical reality in this time. But when I'm dead, it's still there in the potential realm.
Okay.
Do you get? I.e., the divine world, heaven, fucking the other side, the unlimited. These are all these words come from. Do you get what I'm saying? So the potential for a version of, for me, my frequency, this consciousness that's H, existed before I was born. Because the potential to be this frequency naturally exists in the original pure potential state, the pure potential state of consciousness that the sister was asking about, where it's just pure potential to be whatever frequency. I'm the manifestation of a particular frequency, which is me, H. I'm a particular, that's my frequency, that's me. Now the other way, I'm just trying to just add in shit now. The other way that I exist past my death is my frequency. This is one thing about consciousness, it has the power to influence and be influenced. My frequency affects